Finally, the last lady joins me at this table is the wonderful adjudicator from Austria. She is a famous national coach, standard, formation, youth, a well-recognized international adjudicator, well-experienced. Well, I think, Ingrid, you have judged all the worlds and the Europeans in your lifetime before, and I'm very pleased that you like to share some of your feelings, ideas of last night of this beautiful world champion in your country. Congratulations. I think you and your organization did a terrific job. Did you like it yesterday? Well, that's an open question, is it?
Yes. First of all, thank you for inviting me as well, and also for the honor that I could judge there yesterday, which was a big honor for me, and I loved it. I must say I loved it. I did, like you said already before, I did already a lot of very good and very prestigious competitions, but the yesterday one was really outstanding in every respect. Like the floor was great, the music was great, the couples were great. I think I never saw high standard overall couples as yesterday anywhere before.
Pure advertisement for our beautiful dance sport.
For sure,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm happy also that so many spectators were there and could witness what happened yesterday, because this was a great evening. And of course the day before.
Yeah, well, I agree with you fully. They really encourage the couples to go from strength to strength, especially in the final. It was really nice. What in general, we have seen so many couples from, I think, 50 countries. What do you think of the level of dancing in general?
Well, in general, I must say it has changed a lot. Thank God it became better and better in the last, I would say, 5, 6, 7 years, because I think we lost also a lot of couples to some other organizations, but now our couples now from WDSF are really doing a good job. All the trainers are doing a good job, and I feel that it's becoming better and better every year. Like I said before already, this time in the Worlds, there was not one couple you thought maybe it doesn't fit into this field. They all had best preparations, and they were all really nice dancers.
Well prepared and well rehearsed.
For sure.
I find myself too that from the first round onwards there was a good level already.
For sure.
And also from the couples and the countries who are not involved in the finals, semi-finals. Yes. So yes, that's a good sign. So big future for the WDSF. Good. Look to the screen. We have a beautiful, handsome engineer, David, and well, let's look back to last night, to the final. We have I don't know what couples coming on. You had to judge the components, technical quality and partnering skills. Well, we start with the new crowned again, the world champions from Moldova. We look to the screen. The viewers at home will see this as well. And if you like to comment in general on what you've seen referring to the technical quality components or partnering skills, you would be most welcoming this.
I must say, I think this couple has big improved in the last 2 years, I would say. They are really doing well now. Their partnering skills are much better than they used to be. And also the technical qualities have really improved a lot. So the complete package of this couple was, I think, so good. So therefore they got the title again, and well deserved.
Well deserved. Do you remember your score for this couple?
It was in Samba for sure 9.75, because I hardly give a 10. A 10 for me, a person or a couple has to be so outstanding that maybe I haven't seen it or I just saw it in the past.
Yeah.
But
You're
not,
right.
Not yet.
You remembered after such a long day with a very short night, and for the partnering skills you scored them 9.75 as well.
Yes.
Well, I think your explanation says it all. So let's look to another couple. David, what do you have in mind? Surprise us with some beautiful dancer, because for sure all the 6 finalists, and even in the semi-final, the quality, it was really heartbreaking,
yes,
leaving couples in the semi. We look to the screen and we will see our silver medalist winners from the Russian Federation. Talking about styles in Latin in general, you think this is a couple with a complete own style of Latin dancing?
I think so, yes. They have managed to create their own way and their own style. I just think that on this night they didn't have the best night. Also for technical qualities, I mean, they have a high level of technical qualities, no doubt. But still, I missed a little bit in the partnering skills. I missed a little bit of partnering concerning balancing, counterbalancing.
Yeah. You marked them in this score 9.50, which
yes,
is still a remarkable high score
yes,
for a wonderful couple.
The quality is really high anyhow.
Yeah.
So we are really talking about very small differences. But we have to still see that this couple can do better.
Well, thank you for explaining this. If we're talking about the absolute judging system, we, till the 24th, for the viewers at home, we just selected the couples, picking out the couples on their complete performance. Suppose, and maybe the question is completely irrelevant, but it's always nice to think about what could have happened or not. Suppose we wouldn't have any absolute judging system and we would have gone on with the skating system. You think at the end we would have a different result?
I would not really think so, but I would still prefer the old system. And I was talking a lot with a lot of couples, competing couples, and they are all the same opinion, that they like clear decisions of knowledgeable people. Now, for me,
who stays responsible for the whole performance?
For the whole performance, because also psychologists will tell you that to judge at the beginning with the normal system, like comparing the couples, and then to switch to an absolute system is not possible for any human being. So you can talk with scientists and psychologists, they will tell you the same thing. Also now, the thing is that we are from the very first day of our life, we are used to compare. We used to compare everything in everyday's life. So this is my opinion, but I would think maybe it would not change a lot. I think the 4 criteria are very good. I also think that the subtitles and subcomponents are really good. Maybe some of them could be changed a little bit, okay, but still the subtitles are
You mean reduce the subcomponents, the number?
Yes, maybe a little bit reduced, but also maybe like non-verbal communication could be part of partnering skills and not only of choreography and presentation.
Yeah.
So I would go for this, that it's a little bit more precise and maybe a little bit shorter, so it's easier. But on the other hand, for maybe spectators, it's better to see all the components, though I'm not sure if they know the components, the subcomponents.
It was mentioned last night by the compeers several times, so, well, I do not know for sure, but at least it says something to the public what we are doing as judges.
Yes.
Huh? And this is personal. now we introduce a 3.0 system. For the first time ever this year, I felt very comfortable because we could stick only to the same components during the complete round. Because you had the movement to music and the choreography presentations. What did you do in the 24?
I only had all the time. I think I had only technical qualities and partner
So you
skills.
stick to the same components.
Yes.
Maybe for the viewers at home, the computer always decides in what round which components a judge have to do. So
It was in the past that we only had one component, so it's changed now to two, which is much better, I think. Still, I would prefer more changes also in the components, which wouldn't mean from one round to the other, not within one round. Like we had before, it was like one dance was this component, the other dance was the next
you
component.
like that better?
No, I prefer this one, but maybe still more, I would have loved to have also movement to music and choreography and presentation.
Yeah, well, so that's part of the change of mindset, because
yes.
I think this is very important for our viewers. There's a lot of discussion about the new system, and I think we must continue with the absolute judging system. And maybe we have to change in another system, 3.2 or 4.0, I don't know, but for me personally, it has taken some years to manage a kind of change of mindset. Not comparing anymore, not picking out, not selecting, but yeah, we are only analyzing a part of the performance. That's what we do, and we give our best. And that's why I ask you, Ingrid, a very interesting, irrelevant question. What would you think if we would have used the skating system? Would we have the same result? And you said yes. And so
I think so.
Yeah.
Also, what I saw on competitions in the past, the result is more or less the same, or would have been the same. So I don't think it has changed a lot. The only thing which has changed a lot, for some of the judges, they can hide behind this system now. They don't really have to expose themselves in telling this couple, you are my first and you are my sixth.
So for the viewers at home, they could easily give a 9.5 to all 6 couples.
Yes.
Well, that's okay. That will not happen, but that is officially a possibility.
Yes, and I still prefer that judges, because they have a lot of knowledge, they should really declare themselves really openly what they think.
And that could be for you the reason to prefer the skating system.
Yes.
So then for sure, you know, this is my winner, this is my 2, this is my 3. Well, I respect your view, but we have to do it with the absolute judging system at the moment.
Of course, and I'm happy that you're really dealing with it a lot and that it's still developing, so it will be a very good system in the future, hopefully.
I think it takes some time, but one of the things I like as an old grey guy is that I am witnessing and experiencing the change over the past years.
Of course.
I can remember when we started with the 1.0 system with the 5 components in Cambridge and in Antwerp. I was really thrilled and I said, this is new. But I can remember when I judged in Antwerp, I said, they will not fool me. I want to stay in control. I want to be part of the end result, you know. But now, after a couple of years, I really felt comfortable. So I hope this will be a matter of time.
I feel also more relaxed because you don't have, like you said now, not 5 components to think of and to check. So this is already better than it was.
Keep your focus better. I experienced it. Before we are going to watch the screen, because this interview goes a long time ahead already. You're telling us a lot of information. What do you think about the crowd? The crowd had a favorite yesterday.
Oh yes.
Is it possible, David, that you show us the samba of Timo and Nina? And for the viewers at home, Their final result, they were placed fourth in the end result, but somewhere it happens that the crowd, and when you're viewing the screen you cannot witness it completely, but the crowd really cheered them up from the start till the finish of the samba. If you look to your components now, and you like to comment in general again, what would you like to say, Ingrid?
Well, this couple was the big surprise of the evening, because I thought this was really amazing what they did on partner skills. I gave them 9.75 because for me this was for sure one of the best couples on the floor, and for me they should have finished second, clearly.
In the end result as well? In
the end result as well, because especially on the component partner skills, but also on technical skills, they are really, really good. And this is, I feel somehow sorry for them that they couldn't make it, though the crowd was behind them. And I would say the crowd is normally also right.
Thank you, Ingrid, for commenting this samba and some interesting views. And I have to smile because I remember the days at the Duel of the Giants and the International and so on, and Blackpool, when you were the favorite of the crowd. But then again, we have 12 very distinguished and knowledgeable adjudicators, and they decided in a different way. And as we have learned, we have to respect
of course,
the opinion of our judges.
And it, like you said already, it happened already in the past that some of very good dancers couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So we just hope that someday it will come through.
Yeah. And this brings me to the final question, Ingrid. Think about this first ever pilot debriefing session, or whatever interview you would like to call it, for, I think, for couples, trainers, coaches, the viewers, people who love dance sport. This is opening a door. They hear some comments of the judges being involved in this World Championship, and I hope they will appreciate it, that we have this transparency to the rest of the world. And we set out an example, but originally, and I would like to have your opinion about it, we know that our president has initiated a presidential task force. Main priority is that we have to combat competition manipulation, and this debriefing session is one of the measurements they have taken. Do you think that a debriefing session really could help, or do you have some ideas or suggestions for us for the future?
I think it's a good start with a new system. Maybe the actual how can I say that in English?
Format.
The format should develop as well. I don't know. I would think that maybe it would be better to have the final here, to have the couples here, to address directly to the couples. I think this would be a great idea for the couples as well, and I'm sure they would love it. I'm not so sure.
Go back to the times of Strictly Come Dancing and Dancing at the Stands.
Why not? Because I think we all want to help and develop dance sport and dancing. And what else could it be better than really addressing directly to the couples, and not only like we do it now on videos and recording.
Well, thank you for this suggestion, Ingrid. It has been a privilege for me to have you here on the table.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, and you know I love you a long, long time. I wish you well for the near future. And
thank you very much as well.
So much, Ingrid.
My pleasure.